Everybody, good evening and welcome to the Arkansas Football Report with Otis, Kirk. I'm Jason Pattison here on Hogville YouTube Live. This is kind of bittersweet, Otis, a little bit. My last podcast with you here on the Hogville Network, and it's been a hell of a run. I'm not going anywhere though because I'm going to help with the predictions column. You'll see that every week. But other than that, backing away a little bit, going to be helping more with the band boosters and kind of talked a little bit about that. And we're already in full swing and stuff. And I see that you got the Bulldog with you tonight.
The Bulldogs want to take your place, man. He's auditioning here. Or maybe it's my place. It's my place he's wanting to take. He's here. So I guess it's my place he's wanting to take.
Hey, you can make it a home and home. I mean, you guys could do it both from the house.
Yeah, he'd see a dog or a cat. The other night he beat up a bunch of horses on Roadhouse, all the horses on Roadhouse. He beat up a bunch of bulldogs after that on TV, and then a cat at sometime in the middle of the night. I think it's 1:30. Woke me up fighting a TV cat.
Goodness, man.
I was ready to kill him, man. I'm serious. I was ready to kill him.
Brady G, man, he's over here. He's got the first like. He said, "Hey" to both of us. He said, will we still have a football report with Otis?" That is going to be a to be determined going into the football season. So that's something to watch out for. But I haven't heard of any plans of that yet. So just keep your eyes peeled with Hogville, and they'll get you all informed.
All this stuff is flexible, man. I mean, we don't know from day to day what's going on here, but no, I mean, somebody asked me if I got fired at Hogville, and I said if I did, they didn't tell me about it. I said I'm the last. I don't know. I've been writing a bunch of football stories this week. I don't know where that came from. I haven't been fired. Like I said, if I have, Lanny's been neglecting to tell me. So hurry up, call me, Danny, so I can quit writing stories. No, I haven't. I don't know where that came from. That's a rumor. I think I know where kind of how that started, but no, there's nothing to that. I mean, look, Jason's not fired, Kevin's not fired, Dudley's not fired, and I'm not fired. Nobody is fired. Jason's getting a job moving in with this. Is it okay if I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I shouldn't be. You're doing with the Rogers School.
Yep.
And with your daughter's in, need more time for that. And so the rest of it, I'll be doing football this season. Jason will be doing the prediction stories.
Yep, sure will.
Dudley and Jerry, I think Jerry will be helping with the football game. Maybe one more. Possibly Kevin, I don't know. Dudley's doing baseball, and Kevin's doing basketball. Nobody's gotten fired at Hogville. That's a complete rumor. Nobody.
There's a lot of work to be done during season, or even before season. Anyway, there is no way that you could really have Hogville be supported and take anything away from it, just for the sheer fact of all the amount of information that has to be not only discerned, looked through, and then the accurate stuff be reported that you all three do on a daily basis. That right there in itself is a yeoman's work.
Let me add John. I forgot the photographer, John
D. James.
John the Baptist is not fired. He's still with us. So nobody's fired, people. I mean, John the Baptist will be taking those great photos again. So we're all good, man. All good.
Really quick, Brady's has a question, and he's got an Anthony Jordan question too. He said, "Do you think Anthony Jordan will play this year?"
Yes. I've said that for how many months now? Yeah, he will.
The
only way he won't play is if he gets hurt. Obviously, we can't predict that. But if he's healthy, yes, he will play. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying he'll start. He'll be all SEC. I don't want people to misinterpret what I'm saying, but he is going to be a great receiver. I said last week or week before, I was feeling really bad last week. I apologize to everybody. I felt terrible, man. I shouldn't even done the show. I didn't do the podcast my TV show on Sunday. I almost messaged you at 10 after 7, so I can't do it, Jason. Yeah. I didn't even tell you, but I was really feeling bad. But anyway, but Jordan, so it's probably a week before last, I said that Jordan would play a lot. And I wasn't going to say he's better than Traylon Burks. I said, Traylon Burks, we know what he did. We don't know. Jordan hasn't done it at that level. But Jordan has a chance to be as good as any of the receivers from Warren. And look, they're all been great. Jerry's right. Greg Charles, Chris Craig, Traylon Burks, and maybe I missed one, but if I did, then I missed one. But they're all of them. Bo Henry sent up here have been great, and he's right there with them. And I'm not saying he's better than any of them, because like I said, all those guys have done it, Jason.
Yeah,
and many of them done it beyond college, So I'm not ready to put Jordan there, but he has a chance to get in that group in time.
Yeah, he does.
He has a chance to be there. So, yeah.
I think for the freshman season for him, what I think you would probably want to see the most is, okay, what's he doing as far as contributing on special teams? That's one thing. And that's how you get on the field first, honestly. You contribute special teams.
But I think he'll be in the rotation at receiver. I really do. Maybe I'm wrong. And I know Sam, he'll definitely play against Alabama A&M. I know Sam, when he gets in a tough game, sometimes, like Oklahoma State last year, he kind of shrunk the rotation, which was a mistake in that hot field over there. You were there.
Yeah.
He played
and that's the thing.
Players, and that Braylon Russell and some of them still on the sideline the whole day. So Sam has a tendency to do that. So I don't know the first close game, but I think overall Jordan will be and should be in the rotation.
Real quick, Brady said I watched Cam Settles some last year online. He's a big time player too.
I love Cam Settles, and I'll tell you about Cam. As good as he is on the football field, he's better off of it. That kid's a great kid. I mean, just a great kid. And a great young man, I guess I should call him, but I'm not disrespecting anybody calling him a kid. I call everybody a kid, but in my age, everybody is a kid. What the hell I was his age, you call me a kid all day, man. But no, Cam Settles I like him. I had included him in my running back story the other day. I mean, and that's a position where people get hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I mean, if Alabama A&M goes like we think, I'm sure he'll get to play. I don't know where he will be in the pecking order early on against the better teams, but you let one or two get hurt, and he can get in there, and he will do well when he does. But I love Cam Settles. Yeah, I like him as a player and a person. You've got – I figure Braylon and Mike Washington and Braylon will be the top two. And I'm not saying Mike. I'm just saying those are the top two.
Washington's going to be good.
Yeah, Washington stud, Braylon stud. Put those two in there. Feel like I'm missing somebody. I know there's somebody besides AJ and
there's
who am I missing?
There's also not Rob.
I know about the batting kid, but I'm not including him. But seems like I'm missing some.
Yeah,
Rodney Hill. Rodney Hill. That's who I'm missing.
Yeah,
I knew there was somebody. I think Rodney Hill and AJ Green and then Cam. That's the top five. And that, and like I said, you can flip-flop Braylon and Mike, but Braylon first because he's a returner, then Mike Washington, then I think it will be Rodney Hill, then AJ Green and Cam Settles. But with injuries or with production, some of that can, and it will change. It will change. And that's not Sam. That's my top five in order right now at running back. But
well, I think with the running back room as deep as it is, one, it is really good. But two, I look at Sam bringing AJ back with some of these younger guys, and you see this in pro sports a little bit. There are the numbers that can support that, where you have one or two players that you can bring back that maybe go away for a year or two, come back like AJ, that know what it's like to be a Razorback, can kind of steady the boat a little bit in the locker room as well. And those things are invaluable whenever you have somebody like that on your team.
I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to be honest with you. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. And I think I've written this, but I think AJ, I hate to say he got screwed, but I felt like Jimmy was from the same school as Rashad Nabinian. And I felt like Jimmy, maybe it was deservingly so, but it felt like he favored Nabinian. And I felt like Green should have been playing more than he did. And I mean, I don't know what was going on at practice or in the meeting rooms, or maybe Jimmy was a great coach, probably had a great reason for that. But I'm just saying, on the outside looking in, I'm not going to say he got screwed. I just felt like AJ Green should have got more touches and carries than he did. Reps, whatever.
Call it the stick.
Whether it was Jimmy, whether it was Sam, whether it Bryles, whoever the offensive, whoever's making that decision. And I know it starts with running back coach, but then you got the offensive coordinator and head coach. So I don't know who makes the final decision on that. So it might not even been Jimmy, but I do feel like A.J. Green should have played more than he did. And I thought Dominion was a good running back, but I just felt like A.J. kind of got lost in the shuffle with Dominion and the other guys they had.
Well, hell, think about it for just a second. A.J.'s played for Kendall Briles, Dan Enos, Crud, quarterback that was Ohio State that was here. He was OC for the end of the year after Dan got let go.
The wide receiver.
Kenny Guyton.
Yeah.
And now he's going to get a chance to play for Bobby Petrino. I mean, and then last year was playing over at Oklahoma State under Mike Gundy. And, this guy has literally had, it seems like, a new offensive coordinator every stinking year he's played football at the collegiate level.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, he's with the best one right now of that group. Yeah. And it's not close. Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
I think Bobby Petrino is the best offensive coordinator in college football. I know some will disagree with that. I had people disagree when I put that on Facebook. That's fine. It's opinion. That's all it is. You're entitled to your opinion. That's just my opinion. But I do think Bobby. But I will say this: of the ones you just mentioned, I don't think it's even close. I mean, I think Bobby is by far and away the best of that group.
Well,
look all out of the water, including Briles.
KB's not doing anything down at TCU. He's not.
Yeah,
Can you guide him?
I was impressed. He is too cute too many times. He'll be making great calls, and he tries to get cute, and
he gets window dressing all over the place.
Special, man. And then Enos. I said when they hired him, they shouldn't. There's going to be the biggest mistake, Sam. One of the biggest mistakes Sam ever made rehiring him. And then Kenny Guyton. Kenny did pretty good considering he did. He took over a sinking ship at the late in the year. So Kenny can't be judged on that. Kenny's a good coach. I don't know what he's an offensive coordinator, but he's a very good receivers coach. Kenny's a good coach.
They got to win in the swamp while he was OC with KJ Jefferson.
That's what I'm saying. The first time ever that team's won in the swamp.
Yeah.
You can't say he did a terrible job, man. I thought Guyton did a very good job under the circumstances.
Yeah.
I see why Sam didn't give him the job permanently. I fully get that. When you can hire Bobby Petrino, you got to hire Bobby Petrino. But I do think Kenny did a great job under the circumstances.
Real quick, Hog fan 40 ounce. I hadn't seen this fan here in quite a while. Thank you for chiming in. Yeah. Bobby can get a little pass happy sometimes.
I agree. I was at the press box some last year, and I said, why is he not running the football? When they were throwing incomplete pass. I agree with that. But look, here's my point of saying he's the best. Everybody in the business, no matter who it is, they're going to do something you question. But now I do agree with that statement.
Yeah,
he can get too pass happy, and
I really can.
I honestly think maybe Sam told him at a time or two last year. I really do. I'm just kind of reading between the lines, but it was in a polite way. It wasn't like he jumped his butt or anything, because But I do think overall Bobby's the best offensive coordinator. What I'm saying, he's not perfect. So yes, he does get pass happy at times, but I still think he's the best in the business. Because no matter who you say, like Briles. He got too cute too many times. He tried to get too cute. He'd be moving the ball, and he'd try to get cute. Enos, I just never understood anything he did, so I'll just leave that one off. And like I said, Kenny, he just 2 or 3 games. I think 3 or 2, whatever. 3, I guess it was. And I think they went 2-1 in those games.
I think so too. And
they beat a directional school out of Florida. They beat Florida, and then they lost to Missouri. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he coached 4 games, but I thought he coached 3.
Oh, Hog, 40 ounces all in agreement with you on this too.
Yeah. That's my point. It's just that Bobby's not perfect, and I agree with him completely, 100% about pass happy at times. And I've said that in the press box. Probably you and Jerry and Dudley or whoever sitting there next to me.
Why doesn't he just run the damn ball?
I've said, why does he not give the ball to Braylon or Jaquindon or whoever's in there,
Yeah.
And he does get too pass happy at times. So that's true. But
Brady G, who could be a defensive star nobody's talked about? I think Quincy could be really good.
Quincy Rose, Bradley Shaw,
I'm going to go
Caleb
J.J.
Wooden.
Shelton.
I'm going to tell you another one. Yeah, Shelton's going to be one. I'm going to tell you another. Julian Neal, the kid they signed in the late signing period from Stanford, but he actually played at Fresno State. He transferred to Stanford. They fired their coach, so he came to Arkansas without ever playing at Stanford. But Julian Neal, watch for that name. But him and Caleb Wooden, but I love Quincy Rhodes. I mean, right now, I would say Quincy Rhodes is second best defensive lineman on that team.
Yeah.
Kemp Ball is obviously number one, but I'd put Quincy right there behind him. And then, I have to see what develops here in the next couple of 3 weeks. It's first 2 or 3 weeks, spring or fall ball, preseason ball, to say who else should be in there. Yeah. But I like Charlie Collins. I like Kavion Henderson. I haven't seen Philip Lee play. He looks good on the hoof. I mean, he looked really good when I saw him in recruiting, just like Julian Neal. I saw them the same day, I believe. Yeah, the same day I saw he and Julian Neal and a couple of Shakir Smart and somebody else that day, I think. Maybe the linebacker that they got. I don't remember his name. It's a linebacker from like one of the schools, Kent State or somewhere up there that came. Yeah, the linebacker.
Trent Whalen?
Yeah, Trent Whalen, yeah. They all four look good. They look the part. Now, I don't know. That doesn't mean they can play, but Julian Neal can play.
Yeah.
I will say this. My sources have told me good things about Philip Lee this summer. Mm-hmm. I've had some sources tell me he's pretty dang good. He's what they thought and more.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm just telling you what I've been told. I haven't.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a practice. They haven't practiced. I mean, they've had stuff, but we haven't had access to it. So I'm just telling you what's been passed on to me.
Next Friday, they start to report.
Yeah.
They start to report, and I think it's going to be fun. Chris Sullivan, really quick. What about Sorey and Larry Worth?
Well, yeah, I just don't think they're sleepers, though. I mean, those are guys that could be all SEC if they have a good season.
Yeah, I really think so.
I'll tell you, Sorey's what I thought he was. Larry Worth is better than I thought he was. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I thought Larry would be a backup linebacker when they signed him. I did. I thought he'd be a backup linebacker and rotate, but play. Yeah. And I thought he was good, but I didn't think he'd be starting safety and be as good as he is. So that's just a little, but he's proven. Those two guys, and Steven Dix and Cam Ball, those four are proven. There may be somebody I'm leaving out, but those four are proven players. Cam Ball, Sorey, Dix, and him,
Yeah, see, well, here's the other thing, too. One of the others that I'm also looking at, too, is where is he at? I just had him up here just a second ago. Bradley Shaw. I think that he's going to be one of your run stuffers there at that second level. Yeah. But the one thing that I was always impressed with Steven Dix was not his ability to stuff the run at the same time being able to pass cover. That's one of the things that really kind of got me a little, okay, whoa, where'd that come from? Mm-hmm. And so I thought, okay, well, that should work. And then whenever you got Larry Worth basically running a 3-high safety, which I think he really kind of is the mirror of a hog, really. Selman Bridges is also another one that, okay, they have him listed at 6'2", Otis. That dude's 6'4". I'm sorry.
He looks taller than 6'2". I will say this. I wish they would put Larry Worth at hog and put Caleb Wooden at safety. Caleb can play either, just like Worth, but Caleb is much more comfortable at safety than he is hog. And I don't think Worth cares one way or the other. I think he's comfortable either way. So I would put Wooden at free safety, put Worth at the hog. My cornerbacks, those guys like Julian Neal, the guy you just named. There's Keyshawn Davila. There's the kid that came from OU last year.
That's exactly what I was about to mention.
Big cornerback from OU.
Yeah,
he's another kid that's just huge. And I know I'm leaving one or two off. There's 5 or 6 there, and I'm leaving somebody off. I don't have the roster.
Kenai Walker. That's who it is. Kenai Walker.
Yeah, Kenai Walker, but I'm leaving somebody else off. And I don't have the roster in front of me. I guess I should, but I don't.
Oh, and by the way, just don't forget this. You still got Cuddy Mitchell and Jaheim Singletary still back.
Singletary, that's who. Okay. Who was the other
Jaheim
one?
Singletary, kid from Georgia.
Yeah. Jaheim Singletary is who I was thinking of. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember who I was leaving out, but that's the one that played. Yeah.
So
there's gonna be some competition there.
Yeah.
I think Neal will be one of them. I really do. Maybe I'm wrong, because I haven't seen him on the practice field. Somehow, I gut tells me that Julian Neal's gonna be one of the corners. Now, I'm sure they'll rotate, play 4 or 5, but I do think Julian Neal's going to be in the mix, and I think he may be the best one of the bunch. We'll see, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
I may be premature because I haven't seen him in a game yet.
Chris Sullivan says, I do wonder about our edge rushers, though. I think, and we've talked about this before, I think that they, for at least the first couple of games, they're probably going to run something like a 3-3-5 where they can get some of these defensive ends more reps through rotation-wise just by sheer numbers. So that way that they can get their rotations in, but at the same time, you have enough coverage with that type of scheme, because if you do have some guys that are a little bit green, you want to get them some time where they're developing correctly and not just throwing them to the fire and saying, well, we're just going to see what the hell happens here. And they're not going to do that.
Good. I like that. And they're going to bring one of them linebackers, off the edge there. And talking about the edge,
Bradley Shaw. Bradley Shaw, I think, is going to be one of those guys.
Bradley Shaw is one, but Quincy Rhodes is a true edge. See, I'm higher on Charlie Collins than a lot of people are. And then, like I said, I've had good reports on Philip Lee this summer. Philip Lee, he's an edge. So they could get something out of Justice Boone and Ken Talley and Tavion Henderson. Okay. But I do think that Shaw coming off the edge, out of the linebacker.
I think David Oakey is a guy that you could put over maybe on a 3 or 4 technique.
Ball will be inside. I really do. I think that's your two mains, and Saley and Ian backing them up. And Ian backing them. That's my top 4 on the inside. I'm going to tell you, though, they signed a lot of good freshmen. Deke Adams did a very good job of recruiting defensive linemen. There may be 1 or 2 of those, like Caleb Bell or just somebody out of that group comes through, and Kendry Henderson, I don't know, but I'm just saying they've got a lot of freshmen on that team. They're talented, and doesn't mean I don't think any of them will probably start, but they could get in rotation.
Yep.
But so I understand.
The one thing I think that a lot of folks get lost in translation about, there's Arkansas, I think, on their front 11 is really good on defense. I really believe it. I think it's where you start to look at that second string that you start to see some holes, like kind of like some Swiss cheese going on back there.
Well, that's why guys like Philip Lee, if he doesn't start, Charlie Collins, Kavion Henderson, Danny Saley, Ian Jaffard, linebackers, some of those guys, maybe the Trent Whalen, maybe the other kid, the 4-star they signed that came in at midterm.
Yep.
So I think they've got enough safeties and corners. Now, numbers wise, if they all play like they should, they're okay there. But that doesn't mean if they don't, then you can never get enough. So they've got to prove it. They brought the kid in from Eastern Michigan. I like him. He's real long too. Miguel Mitchell played well at times. So I want to see it, but they've got to consistently do it. And Jaheim Singletary wasn't consistent. But they're a year older now. So I think numbers-wise, if everything fell in place, and we know it usually doesn't, everything doesn't fall in place. But if it does, the second team might be okay, Jason, but we don't know that. To think they're all going to fall in place, that's probably not going to happen. When does it?
Yeah.
So, but I'm saying numbers-wise, I think they've got it covered now that it's up to the kids to produce.
Yep. Real quick, too, thoughts and prayers go out to Luke Haas. Regardless of what team he plays for, he's a good dude. He did great while he was here at Arkansas. Some real unfortunate things happened with him. I don't know. Has it been announced that he's going to miss the rest of the season with that ankle?
Who?
Luke Haas.
it hasn't been announced, but what I was told, he's got a fractured ankle, had surgery. If he's got a fractured ankle, he's out for the season. In all likelihood, I did that. I fractured mine in February a few years ago.
Yeah.
When Chad Morris was here, the first year, I think, I fell in a rainy hillside, muddy hillside, had old shoes on. I fell fractured. I mean, I crushed my ankle. I had surgery. They had to wait till the swelling went down so they could surgery. But I'll tell you what, he told me it could be 4 to 5 months. And I'm going to tell you what I did. I rehabbed the hell out of it. I walked out of that doctor's office in late April. So it could be done. Now, with that said, I didn't go back on the foot. I mean, I didn't go play football after that and take licks on it.
Yeah.
And I did. I walked out of the doctor's office in late April. He said, I don't believe it. So I told him, I said, I'm not going to be on these damn crutches and in this boot for 6 months. I'm not going to do it, doc, or 4 months. And he said, well, we'll see. At your age, we'll see. Like I said, 2 months. 2 months. And I walked out there with, and so it can be done. But I mean, and I'm not bragging. I'm stating, and I know his couldn't be worse than mine was. I mean, mine was crushed so bad that, I mean, it was just crushed. My big butt hit it when I fell and just crashed it. And I mean, I couldn't, I had to walk from the Broyles complex, or not the Broyles complex, I'm sorry, the indoor, not the indoor, but the Smith Center or whatever that football center is. I had to walk from there to my car, which was way down there in the parking lot. Oh. Doctor said, I don't know how you did it. I said, hell, doctor, what choice did I have? I either lay in the ditch in the mud and cry or feel sorry for myself, or I had to walk. I said, hell, it wasn't like I had a limousine following me around. I said, I had no choice but to walk down there to my car. I mean, what choice did I have? So, I mean, like I could call, and say, hey, send my limousine driver over here. I mean, I'd walk to the car. I didn't have any choice, but believe me, it hurt like, it hurt, man. But that's what I'm saying. So Luke, if he truly fractures his ankle, and I was told that by a good source, and he's not going to play. I don't see him playing this year. Like I said, even though I did that in 2 months, and I'm not saying that everybody can do that, but I'm not special, but I'm just saying I didn't have to go out there and take licks on it with a helmet. People trying to hit it either. So I mean, there's a lot of difference in walking out the doctor's office and getting in your car and getting your fat butt in the house and sitting on your butt there is to going out on a football field and running routes and doing that. Now that's a different story.
Cutting and switching direction and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean that's completely different. So I don't see him playing this year. I'm assuming it's at least like close to what mine was.
And what the wild thing about all of this is that nothing came from the Ole Miss camp about this. This was from Dow Loggins. That's where this came from.
Yeah,
that's where the leak came from.
I bet Kiffin appreciated that. I love that. Sure I bet Kiffin cussed him like a dog. He may not have done it on the phone or to his face, but I'll bet you, I know.
He might be off the Christmas card list now.
Bielema was here, and somebody, opposing coach, did that on the like that about one of his players, and he was so pissed, man. I don't remember if it was Gus or somebody else announced that man. I remember, and it may not have been Gus. I'm just saying, I remember somebody said something. Oh, no, it's Tim Horton. It was Tim Horton.
Oh, yes.
Tim Horton announced that somebody was hurt, and man, that pissed Bielema off. Oh, man, it pissed him off. Of course, everything pissed Bird off. So
I was going to say, he's still hot under the collar up there in Illinois on Big Ten Media Day.
I turned it
Golly, that guy's still cussing and spitting nails at folks, taking shots at the SEC and cupcakes.
If he was here, I'd be gone. I would not have worked another year under that. That guy.
That guy's a boob. I want to bring this up really quick before we jump off here, Otis. One of the things, and I was looking at Hogville, and one of the posters that post this, his name is Handsome One, or Hamson One, said that, whenever folks go to these football games, they're going there for the entertainment purpose. They're going there to watch the Razorbacks at least have a chance to win. Razorback Stadium has the ability to be really loud, has the ability to be really exciting. It does activate an inner youth inside you when those things happen, because one, it pulls back those memories from way back when, and also, whenever you're around that type of atmosphere, you cannot help but scream, cheer, and yell as loud as you can.
Yeah.
The problem that lies here is student section between 18-25 show up. They do a hell of a job every sinking game that they usually are there. Then you have that 45 and up crowd, which I feel like is the majority of the folks that are in Razorback Stadium. It's that 25 to 45 that this administration is really missing on being in attendance to these games. A lot of these folks are watching these games at home. They're not wanting to spend their money. And until you can get those guys in there, those folks in there, that age range, yeah, you're going to have that huge drop off. And once that happens and you start to bring them back, yeah, that's when you're going to start to see more excitement, more money pour in, more folks be excited, and not have so much dissension in this fan base.
Well, sad thing though with that, Jason, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing in any shape or form, but I'm just telling you, stuff is getting ready to get more expensive than cheap. Everything's getting ready to be more expensive with all this revenue sharing and all this stuff that's going on. Cable, ESPN, all this is getting ready to go, and tickets and donations. You're going to have to pay more, get a silver or worse seat. Everything's getting ready to go to hell here. I'm just telling you, not just here, all over college sports, not just in Arkansas. But that's why it's more important, though. You need to be winning, because if you're winning, people will absorb some of that money and say, "Okay, I'll bite the bullet and go."
If you're able to make,
you can't go 3-9 and have tickets going way up. I mean, see, that's what was it Tennessee last year when they won those games, up the prices of tickets, and that's what's going to happen. If Arkansas does get good, they'll up the price. But I think more of that crowd you're talking about would be willing to do that if they could, if they were putting on a good product. So, but it's like, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, if they were there and cheering, maybe they would be better. But I mean,
some of it's economy too. Money. Just like with Chris,
I'll never criticize anybody, Jason. I get in free, my parking's free, the press pass free, the food's free. So the last thing I'm going to do is get on here and criticize anybody for not going.
No.
I mean, that's the last thing I'll do. But I'm just saying, who knows?
If anything, we're sympathizing.
So I don't know. And I don't, maybe if all that crowd that 25 to 45 went, it wouldn't change anything. I don't know.
Like Chris Sullivan says, 38. Only reason why I don't go to the games is because I'm always at work. Well, the reason why also is that you're trying to make sure that you have, a good life for your family.
Yeah, roof over your head and something to drive. And and there's not one. It's not just the fact that they've been not really good. It's not reasonable. Everybody's not. I don't paint a broad, big brush and paint everybody. The reason they're going because the Hogs have sucked. Or the reason they're not going because the Hogs are 6 wins. Not everybody. Some people don't have the money. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people are working like him. There's some people prefer to stay at home and watch it. Some people prefer to stay at home.
Yeah.
And look, it varies. So there's not one reason. So I don't want to get on here and anybody think I'm saying because they haven't. If they were 10-2, everybody show up. More people would. Or at least, I'm saying, more people would be willing to pay the increased prices they're coming if they were 9-3 or 10-2.
Yep.
Believe me, they would be. But some people couldn't if it was free because they're working like this gentleman. So I mean, it varies. There's not one reason. You can't. I see people on X and stuff and Facebook. Well, man, they suck. I'm not going. Well,
were you really going in the first place, though? That's my question.
Some of them maybe, but a lot of them, no, they weren't going to start with.
Yeah, they're just out there to vent their frustration and make the world a worse place.
I get it, but I'm just saying they probably weren't going in. But there's not one reason, just one reason why. I see people saying, I've seen reporters say, if they were good, they'd fill the stadium. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. We don't know that.
No,
they have a better chance. I will say they'd have a much better chance of filling the stadium if they were good. They would. That's common sense. But I don't know in the prices and way everybody's kind of got comfortable. Look, man, I used to go to Oklahoma City every year to see the Lakers. I never missed a year. And I went to Memphis. What was it, last season?
2 years,
or not this season, but year
2 years ago with Cannon,
But then again, I had free seats on the bench, right next to the bench. I wasn't going to pass that up. But I haven't been to Oklahoma City in several years because I can sit here and watch that game, turn the TV off. I don't have to rent a hotel room. I don't have to pay for gas. I don't have to pay for food over there. I don't have to pay for tickets. I can sit here and watch it on NBA tickets. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've gotten more comfortable with it at home. So I'm sure not going to rip somebody else that does that because that's what I've gotten with.
Well,
but,
and the
when Oklahoma City's good, the tickets go out right. When I went over, me and a girl sat 4 rows behind the Lakers bench.
Mm-hmm.
It cost me $325 for those 2 tickets.
Jesus.
Now you probably be lucky to get one at that part for less than $500 or $600. I don't know, but you wouldn't get 2 for $325, and I got a free parking pass with it.
Yeah.
So I mean that's why I said when they weren't good though. Oklahoma City wasn't good, but the Lakers, they had Kobe and Lamar Odom. They were good, man. They were loaded, and they beat the crap out of Oklahoma City, which I love. But I'm just saying that Oklahoma City's really good now, and you're not going to get cheap tickets unless you know
the world
somebody.
champs.
Yeah.
Real quick, Brady G says if Arkansas goes 4-0, could they flex the Notre Dame game from 11 tonight? I do not think so. I think that's one of those set in stone days or date and times, and it is a national game of the week. They are not going to flex that to a Saturday.
It's a crying shame they robbed Arkansas and Notre Dame with 11 o'clock kickoff, especially Arkansas.
On a recruiting weekend. Oh, on a damn recruiting weekend, they could have
If they'd have put that game, man, even at 3, but if they'd have put that game at 6:30, whatever. And I hate night games. I mean, I like to be home at night, and don't have to. Instead of getting home at 1 a.m. and then have to work Sunday morning. But I mean, I don't hate night games. I prefer day games. But that game, though, look, that should not have been 11 o'clock kickoff.
No,
and I normally prefer those, but not in that case. That's just
getting screwed.
That's a game right there. Maybe they would have filled that stadium, especially if Arkansas had won. Maybe beat Arkansas State, beat that
3-1, lose Ole Miss. 3-1, lose to Ole Miss, going into that game with a little bit of momentum still, with a win over Memphis, like you said.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you were 4-0 and beat Ole Miss, Carmona seems to think they're going to do that. Maybe, yeah. Oh, if they were 4-0 and Notre Dame was a 6 o'clock kickoff, you can bet your butt that stadium would be packed. It'd be full. That'd be just like Texas a few years ago.
Yeah.
What, 21, 22?
Oh, yeah. That was Sark's first year to come in here and got his ass kicked.
Jason.
Oh, yeah. Well, Otis, let's get you out of here. And
I've enjoyed this with you, man.
Man, it's been
great.
Fun.
You're good. I love doing it with you. I understand you're moving on to something you got to do, and I fully get that, man. We've all got to cover our own butt, because if you don't, nobody else will.
Yeah.
You'll cover your own butt, nobody else will. So, and I will text you when I get off of here with what we talked about.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
Anytime. And everybody, thank you so much for supporting us and that we're doing here at Hogville. Ever since I came on, it's been great. Everybody's been fun. You have every once in a while you have a couple of folks that want to speak their mind that a little bit outside of the fray that I can't put on here, but that's fine. But last show is going to be with Dudley. I think we might have a special guest that's going to hop on there too with us. It's going to be Monday, 7 o'clock here on the Hogville YouTube channel. So for myself and for Otis, thank you guys. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. Stay cool and go Hogs.